Welcome to our video on the top 10 European landmarks to visit. Europe is home to some of the most iconic and historic landmarks in the world, and in this video, we'll be taking a closer look at 10 of the must-see sites on the continent. Number 1. The Colosseum, Rome, Italy. This ancient amphitheater is one of the most recognizable landmarks in the world. Built in 80 AD, the Colosseum could hold up to 80,000 spectators and was used for gladiatorial contests and public spectacles. The Colosseum is an architectural masterpiece, and its construction was a significant engineering feat for the time. Visitors can explore the different levels of the Colosseum and imagine the grandeur of the games and spectacles that took place there. Today, it is one of the most popular tourist attractions in Rome, and a visit to the Colosseum is a must for anyone interested in Roman history. Number 2. The Eiffel Tower, Paris, France. The Eiffel Tower is not only an iconic symbol of Paris, but of France as a whole. Built in 1889 for the 1889 Exposition Universelle, it is the tallest structure in Paris, standing at 324 meters tall. The Eiffel Tower was initially met with mixed reactions, but it quickly became an iconic symbol of the city and a major tourist attraction. Visitors can take an elevator to the top of the tower for a spectacular view of the city, and also explore the different levels of the tower, including the Eiffel Tower's restaurants, and the exhibition on the tower's history. The Eiffel Tower is also one of the most photographed landmarks in the world. Number 3. The Palace of Westminster and Big Ben, London, England. The Palace of Westminster, also known as the Houses of Parliament, is one of the most recognizable landmarks in London. The building's grand Gothic architecture is matched by the famous clock tower, Big Ben, which is one of the most visited tourist attractions in the city. The palace is the home of the British government, and visitors can take a tour of the palace to see the House of Commons and the House of Lords, as well as the famous Central Hall. Big Ben is the nickname of the Great Bell of the Clock at the north end of the Palace of Westminster. The clock is a symbol of London and England, and it is one of the most famous landmarks in the world. Number 4. The Brandenburg Gate, Berlin, Germany. The Brandenburg Gate is an 18th-century neoclassical monument that stands at the western end of the Unter den Linden Boulevard. It is a symbol of both the tumultuous history of Berlin and the reunification of Germany. The gate was built in 1791, and it was once the main entrance to the city of Berlin. It has been a symbol of peace and unity throughout the history of Germany, and it is one of the most visited tourist attractions in the city. Visitors can take a walk through the gate to the Tiergarten, a large park in the heart of Berlin. Number 5. The Leaning Tower of Pisa, Pisa, Italy. The Leaning Tower of Pisa is one of the most famous landmarks in Italy. The tower's lean began during construction in the 12th century and has continued to worsen over the centuries. The tower's lean is caused by the soft ground on which it was built. The tower was closed to the public for several years in the 1990s and early 2000s for safety reasons and to prevent further leaning. Today, visitors can climb to the top of the tower for a unique perspective and an unforgettable experience. Number 6. The Sagrada Familia, Barcelona, Spain. The Sagrada Familia is a large Catholic church in Barcelona, designed by the famous architect Antoni Gaudí. Construction on the church began in 1882 and is still ongoing, with a projected completion date of 2026. The church's intricate and colorful design is a blend of Gothic and Art Nouveau styles, and it is considered one of Gaudí's greatest works. The church's Nativity facade and the Passion facade are particularly noteworthy for their ornate carvings and sculptures. Visitors can take a tour of the church to learn more about its history and design, and also climb to the top for a panoramic view of the city. A visit to the Sagrada Familia is a must for anyone interested in architecture and art. Number 7. The Acropolis, Athens, Greece. The Acropolis is an ancient citadel located on a hilltop in Athens. It contains some of the most important ancient buildings in the world, including the Parthenon, the Temple of Athena Nike, and the Erechtheion. The Parthenon is the most famous and well-preserved building on the Acropolis, and it was dedicated to the goddess Athena. The Temple of Athena Nike is a small temple that sits at the entrance to the Acropolis, and it was dedicated to the goddess of victory. The Erechtheion is a temple that is known for its caryatids, 6 sculptured female figures that serve as architectural supports. The Acropolis offers a glimpse into ancient Greek history and culture, and is a must-see for any history buff. Number 8. The Alhambra, Granada, Spain. The Alhambra is a Moorish palace located in the Andalusian city of Granada. The palace was built in the 14th century and is known for its intricate tilework, arches, and courtyards. The palace's most famous feature is the Court of the Lions, a patio that is surrounded by 124 white marble columns and a central fountain shaped like a lion. The Alhambra also contains several palaces, including the Palace of the Lions, the Palace of the Kings, and the Palace of the Queens. Visitors can explore the palace and its gardens, and take in the stunning views of the city from the palace's towers. Number 9. The Palace of Versailles, Versailles, France. The Palace of Versailles is a grand palace located in the city of Versailles, just outside of Paris. The palace was built in the 17th century and was the main residence of the French royal family until the French Revolution. The palace is famous for its opulent decor, including the famous Hall of Mirrors, where Louis XIV held his famous receptions. Visitors can tour the palace and its extensive gardens, which are considered some of the most beautiful in the world, and admire the palace's many works of art and sculptures. Number 10. The Charles Bridge, Prague, Czech Republic. The Charles Bridge is a historic stone bridge that spans the Vltava River in Prague. The bridge was built in the 14th century and is adorned with 30 statues of saints and other figures. It offers a beautiful view of the old town of Prague, and is a popular spot for tourists and locals alike. The bridge is a great spot to see the city's famous skyline, and it is also a great place to take a stroll, relax, and enjoy the atmosphere. The Charles Bridge is also a popular spot for street performers and artists. These are just a few of the many incredible landmarks that Europe has to offer. From ancient ruins to grand palaces, these sites offer a glimpse into the continent's rich history and culture. We hope this video has inspired you to plan your next European adventure and visit some of these amazing landmarks. Each one of these landmarks has its own unique history, significance, and beauty, and they are all worth visiting. Whether you're interested in ancient history, architecture, art, or just want to enjoy some stunning views, these landmarks have something to offer for everyone. When planning your trip, it's important to note that many of these landmarks can get quite crowded, especially during peak tourist season. So it's a good idea to book tickets and tours in advance to avoid long lines and wait times. Also, be prepared to walk a lot, as many of these landmarks are spread out over a large area. Europe is home to many other incredible landmarks, and these 10 are just a small selection of what the continent has to offer. We encourage you to explore and discover more of Europe's landmarks and immerse yourself in its rich history and culture. Thank you for watching, and we hope you enjoyed this video on the top 10 European landmarks to visit.